Hey folks, welcome back to what's probably the last episode of this little mini stretch of RTK 14, the tutorials. Unless we unlock tutorials, completed tutorials, which doesn't seem to be how it works, this is going to be it. And the last tutorial is City Suppression. This tutorial introduces how to strengthen your force through administration and methods for conquering cities. Here you can confirm how to govern through setting policies and appointing a warlord, how to build facilities, how to launch fire attacks, and other vital information. Well, it seems like it's actually pretty involved. So let's get to it. Hida, General of Wu. Not as cool as He-Man, but still. He received the title from the King of Yan, but Gongzheng Yuan had a change of heart and killed Hida. Aww. Episode City Suppression. Let's use this momentum to capture Non-P, dude. Zhang Fei, you were really great to have around. Let's push the attack through now. Oh, I think it's a sweet relationship there. Oh, will the two of you calm down? Don't get so worked up. Non-P has a lot of troops, and in order to break open this uneasy situation, we need a warlord and administration. Well, if you go that far, then I guess we can spend some time to strengthen our army. Alright, Guan Yu, I will appoint you as the warlord, so do as you see fit. Alright, I'm the warlord. I'm going to tag team with the barbarian and become powers of pain. Guan Yu, do you volunteer to be the barbarian? Right, leave it to me. From administration under appointment, please appoint me the warlord. He should be war chief. Oh, that's right, that is not here. In fact, it would be here. Administration. Ruler Liu Bei for the people. Well then, I will appoint Guan Yu as the warlord. But about the administration, what exactly do you do with that? Oh, come now. Are you serious? With administration, by activating policies, you can raise the strength of your entire force. Each officer has a policy, and by appointing them in administration, these policies can go into effect. In administration, other than the warlord who gives the advice, there are also 5 departments, including battle, support, schemes, personnel, and domestics. Now, the number of officers each section can set differs depending on the ruler's doctrine. And with the exception of the warlord, each department can only use the same policy, so this needs to be kept in mind. So let's use the warlord button to make Guan Yu the warlord. Alright. Reduce the effects of domestic policies. Warlord. Game? Oh, here it is. Guan Yu. I don't know why I couldn't set one of these other guys, but I can't. So, Guan Yu. Strengthen the armed forces too. From here, since you have set me as the warlord, I will take over the explorations. Press the auto settings button and set the remaining policies. Okay, so we just automatically have Zhang Fei do strength and arrow. Tian Yu, I think his name is, reorganize military, and Jiang Yang, or whatever his name is, do trickery. Oh, I tried it, but nothing is activating. Brother, you will need to wait until the next period for the policies to activate. Try and advance the time. Perp. I accept my appointment as warlord and will support you to risk to my life if necessary. I will be war chief. Cool. Cool beans. There are no action reports. Please take a look at the balance reports. Okay. Alright, 10 days have passed. Let's take a look at the policies. Brother, the effects of the policies you are waiting for can be checked using the triggered effect button. Okay. Yes, they truly have been activated. What does the number behind the policy mean? Name. This is the level of the policy. The higher the level, the more effect it will have. Can confirm the activities... whatever. So we have strength and arrow formation. The effectiveness of arrow formation has increased. Also, administration, doctrine... have a level. The doctrine level will grow along with the expansion of the force from conquering cities to defeating enemy units. As the level grows, you get nothing but benefits, such as increases in the number of officers that get appointed and the overall cost of policies. Hey, easily getting stronger is a good thing. I really have to remember this. Produce the effects of domestic policies. I wouldn't have minded looking more at what they do, but whatever. Now that you've appointed a warlord and activated your administration policies, isn't it about time you attack non-P? Why are you telling yourself this? No, you must not let down your guard. In this chaotic world, you never know when or which large force will attack you. First, let us construct some buildings and strengthen our defenses. Then we can attack non-P. But if that's it, then let's get moving on it already. So how do we do this constructing? Constructing is one of the actions a unit can take. After deploying, you command them to construct something. Keep. Liu Bei do it. Not allowed to do auto adjust this time. So I'll just use a little small unit because all they're doing is construction. Build. Now, brother, select an arrow tower this time. Be aware that some of the buildings can only be constructed within areas that your force controls. Construction takes time, doesn't it? Of course, if it was so easy to build, no one would complain. So normally it is better to do it when you have some time to spare. Now focus on building arrow towers. Issue your commands and then advise the time. Follow me, everyone. We're sure to be successful. Yeah, building arrow tower, like that was what my whole thing in RTK 11 was, building, like getting the policy that increased the range of arrow towers and then building clusters of them. I was like wrecking big armies that were like, the AI was not good at figuring out how to deal with all these towers, like whittling away at much bigger forces. So I'm kind of looking forward to see if that's something that we can do again. Oh, it's going to take them like 30 turns. I should have given them a larger force. There are no reports to make. Yeah, probably should have put more soldiers in the unit. That probably makes it build faster. I guess I don't know that for sure, but... You guys gonna finish? Your arrow tower has been completed. Good. Hopefully I'll get some more instructions. Brother, we finished the construction. Now that our defenses have been strengthened, let's begin the attack on Don P. That's right, suppressing the core was so easy. A city shouldn't be any more difficult, right? You're getting a bit ahead of yourself, and to conquer a city requires lowering either the troop count or durability to 0. Compared to suppressing a core, it takes time and enemies will definitely counterattack. It is never simple. It is just as Lord Luigi says. You can see the enemy coming out of Non-P. Make use of the arrow towers and meet them in battle. And so, after we defeat the enemy, we'll return it with interest to Non-P. Oh, well, okay. This is not a very big force that I've did here. So let's get both of the sworn brothers out here. Well, hold on, just for... Oh, did I completely undo everything? I completely undid everything. Alright. So it's 2 units. You don't have like 1 unit with 2 officers in this game, which is a big part of previous games. Adjust. Focus on units. Remove troops from a base. Destroy a base. Focus on maneuver. Focus on occupation range. We will remove troops from a base. Maybe it is just one unit. Time to show our strength. You can expect nothing but success. Enemy is defeated. Enemy defeated. Enemy defeated. There are no action reports. I just defeated like 3 units in battle. I guess this is part of history. Shanghai unit sets Guanghai unit as a temporary target. Oh, and they used enemy of all. Yeah, using these 3 guys together is going to be super effective. Although they are not the force we will be playing as. Okay. Let's see how this treats us. We're sure to have Guan Yu's unit with us. There are no action reports. So we did lose a few troops from Zhang Fei's unit. I believe this was our destination. I wasn't really paying attention though. So are we going to get any information on how to actually conquer cities now? Attack. Okay, now we've got more enemies to fight on the way. But thanks to Shout, we've defeated the Yellow Turbans. Like, really quickly, apparently. What? There are no action reports. And you know, from this screen, it seems like we might want to attack these side cities, but I think this is gold being given to non-P and not additional offensive power, so... Our next prey is Guan Yu's unit. Has the situation changed? They said they were going to teach us how to do fire attacks, but conquering non-P seems to be happening more or less on its own right now. This castle will fall at this rate. Yeah, I would say so. Non-P seems a little sturdier than I was anticipating. Isn't there a quicker way to conquer a city? Let's see. If we use a fire attack, it can reduce non-P's durability quickly. Yes, that does sound like it would be easier, but how do I go about doing that? Also, I'm Liu Bei. Shouldn't I be against burning down cities that have people in them? Commands for fire attacks can be made through unit commands. However, fire attacks have been known to fail, and they're also been known to backfire in their own unit. It's always best that a unit with high intelligence carry them out. And not just that, the development value for an area after fire attack has occurred will fall. It's not the best thing to do if you plan on governing the area after you suppress it. However, with a genius like Brother, recovery will be easy, so let's use a fire attack and take this place down. I wanted to stop it since it would lower the development value. I guess I shouldn't have made that comment about being a genius. Use fire attack to suppress non-P. They are recommending Guan Yu? Who are they recommending here? Let's see. I don't see how to quickly check anybody's intelligence. Use a fire guide. Have a unit carry out a fire attack at non-P. Alright, well how do I do that, game? You didn't really tell me how to do that. So you can use fire attack, okay. 100% chance of success. Alright, so we'll have Guan Yu do a fire attack, hopefully before Liu Bei is defeated. Even if we did use a fire attack, conquering this city was nothing much at all. We could probably just keep going and conquer other cities. Phew, you think it would be that easy? Oh, what happens when you're facing someone stronger than you? Guan Yu and Zhang Fei are strong, but they are not invincible. That's right. It's true that there are some out there you cannot beat with strength and numbers. So what do you do then? Just goes to show you cannot always depend on just military strength. There are other ways to expand your country, so now I will train you in those. First is placation. If you can placate the people, you can take over a corps without deploying any troops at all. This only works with corps in the neighboring territories, but it is easy to carry out if you have an officer or warlord with a high int. Not having to deploy troops is a good thing. I wouldn't have to use up any of our supplies, but I'm not all that confident in our int. What else is there? We're all kind of dumb. What else can we do? Second is surround and conquer. When corps under your control completely surround a corps not under your control, the surrounded corps and its areas will soon be captured. Wow, that actually sounds quite powerful. If you surround multiple corps, we would... Your intuition is truly perceptive at times like these. That is correct. You can take over all of them. Of course, you need a rank of at least Lieutenant Colonel for this. Well, I have been a Lieutenant Colonel. It's a little too early for you. You are still a Lieutenant Colonel. As expected, Master Lu Zhu. But I'll show you. I'll become one soon. And finally, there's a Lieutenant Colonels in the ancient Chinese military, whatever. And finally, there's a campaign. Campaigns allow you to conduct an attack on a province level. Once you select the bases that will participate, you're pretty much done. Okay, so it's a big, easy mode conquest. Or rather, simple. Not easy, just a simple mode. In exchange for being able to automatically carry out the attack, the attacking force will not listen to your commands, so a bit of caution is necessary. Basically, save scum before using campaign. This also requires you to have a high rank. You would need at least the rank of Duke. You would have to be the Duck of Death, an unknown territory for me as well. So that means that I can only use this pacification method when I become more important. So become more important. In your case, your preparation for placation should start from appointing a warlord. So it's not going to be easy to take it easy. But actually, I do think it's about time for a warlord. Are my officers ready? Destruction. Oh no. Liu Bei's unit, which was composed of the smallest possible troop count in order to build an arrow tower, was destroyed. Well, we've burned a city to the ground. Huzzah! We have suppressed Nanpi. Although continue to shoot arrows. Guan Huai army has fallen. And thus everything turns green. There are no important reports to make. We just conquered a force. Wow. Like, we conquered a force, and it's still like, whatever. Kwai army has fallen. Nah, who cares? Army's balance report is thus. Brother, we finally captured Nanpi. Right on! I'm so happy. Okay then, leave the banquet preparations to me. What are you saying? It's all thanks to you all. I could never have done it alone. Wait, what? How does that follow after what are you saying? And also, thanks to you, Master Lu Ji. It's all thanks to your guidance that I've grown this much. And then it turns out, Lu Ji died 10 years ago this very night. Bum, bum, bum. Liu Bei, with this you're finally up to par. Honestly, I still worry about you, but I also have great expectations for you. I'm gonna go walk off my great expectations. And to meet Master's expectations, I must learn the Shining Finger Sword. I plan on inviting a truly exceptional warlord, because I realize that I'm not good at the difficult stuff. I can't believe you sometimes, but maybe that is the best thing for you. It's an exceptional warlord you're looking for. You need to rise your fame. There are those planning to campaign against Dong Zhuo. I will give you a letter. Why don't you participate in that? What? Wait, don't you think that's a little too soon? I should rest for a while first. It's for the people of the land. There is no time to rest. I will pray for your good fortune. What? And thus the three sworn brothers, Liu Bei, Guan Yu, and Zhang Fei, took their first steps onto the stage of history. Meanwhile, a guy. Hey, check it out. It's a guy. He was the king of Jingguo, even though his name was a guy. He was defeated by Shi Yuan. After Ma Chao was defeated by Cao Cao. Yeah, guy's name was a guy. As a reward, I've obtained ancient officers. Okay. Here's a moment of truth. Are there more tutorials that we are unlocking? There are not. We have now cleared tutorial mode and are essentially ready to get started. So, again, it's not certain, but the scenario I think I'm going to be playing is the Warlord scenario. That's one I like. It's like right after Dong Zhuo's fall. It's kind of the most logical place to start if you want to roleplay the creation of Wei Wu or Shu. But the tentative plan, and if people really have strong opinions on what they want to see, they can make suggestions. But the tentative plan is to play the Warlord scenario. It's like right after Cao Cao, I believe at this point, has acquired the Emperor. Yuan Shao is trying to finish off Gong Xingzan. And once he does that, he's going to turn his sights south to take out Cao Cao, and you have the big battle between them. Lu Bu is around. Through treachery, he has managed to get the better of both Cao Cao and Liu Bei, but that's eventually going to go wrong. And soon... I'm blanking on his name. Sun Jian, the kind of leader, father figure for the Sun clan, he gets killed trying to take on the forces of Liu Bai. And as a result, Sun Ce, his eldest son, picks up the mantle. The Suns had inherited, or they'd found, the imperial seal during the campaign against Dong Zhuo, but Sun Ce now turns that over to Yuan Shu in exchange for troops, and Sun Ce, the little conqueror, sets out to take over the ancestral lands of his family, which becomes the basis of Wu. But my plan, we've got Cao Cao, the hero of chaos. You have Liu Bei, who's for about the first 2/3 of the, or about the first probably 2/5 of the novel is the hero, and then Zhuge Liang kind of becomes the hero. You got Sun Ce, the little conqueror, Yuan Shao, who at this point, you see the difficulty. Sun Ce is a little bit harder than the rest because he starts off kind of weak. Liu Bei is really hard, actually, at this point. There are historical things that, if you choose a later start point, it's much easier to win with Liu Bei than it is here. Cao Cao is kind of middling difficulty. Yuan Shao is kind of easy mode. It's a big, powerful force. He made some dumb mistakes against Cao Cao that cost him dearly, and if you play it reasonably intelligently, he's a good force to play as. And then you've got, like, Li Jui, who's inherited Dong Zhuo's force, but it's not super hard to win from that position, according to this, but he does make enemies of everybody. Lu Bu is another one. It's above average difficulty because he's surrounded by hostile forces. Liu Biao is actually pretty easy because he's got a decent power base and doesn't have that many nearby enemies. Gong Xingzan, if he can beat Yuan Shao, he's unstoppable. Same thing with Yuan Shao. If he can beat Gong Xingzan, he should be unstoppable. Ma Teng, kind of middle difficulty. Liu Zhang is easy because he's so isolated from everyone else. He can really, if there was any kind of aggression in Liu Zhang's force, he could have really built something up, but he's just had no aggression whatsoever. Zhang Lu is just, he's got one city. He's in trouble. Gong Xingdu, he is in a really isolated part of China that he has no direction to expand in without taking territory from Gong Xingzan, who's more powerful than he is. And Tao Quane, I think he's the guy who dies and gives his city to Liu Bei anyway. But the one I'm planning to play as, Yuan Shu. Although we have 4 retainers, our kingdom itself is strong enough. Middling difficulty, I anticipate having a real hard time having other forces be allied with us. Because Yuan Shu's whole deal is he gets a hold of the Imperial Seal and declares himself emperor, thus immediately and instantly turning every other warlord against him. It's a stupid move. He was an arrogant guy, but he's also one of the great villains of the novel. So it'll be kind of interesting to try playing as Yuan Shu's force. That's the plan, but again, people could talk me out of it. If somebody has a scenario they really want to see that draws my interest, I could go for it. I have played these various RTK games as a created force, as Shu, as Wu, as Wei, and as Lu Bu. I have never played as... Oh, and Yuan Shao. I think I did once, didn't I? I thought I did a Yuan Shao playthrough. I've never played as Ma Teng. I've never played as... Yuan Shu is the one who comes to mind. I mean, there's Dong Zhuo, I guess. I've never played as Dong Zhuo. But yeah, I'm thinking of Yuan Shu, so let me know if you have a strong opinion on that one way or the other. Keep an eye peeled for the video that tells you how to submit a character and to donate to Zerfal's charity stream. And I'm looking forward to more adventures in ancient China. Bye-bye, guys.